1 And the Lord spake unto Moses, unto Ammar. 2 Sanctify unto me all the firstborn of Peter, all the merciful of the children of Israel, in Adam, and in the beasts of the Lord. 3 And Moses said unto the people, Remember this day the fire that thou hast brought them out of Egypt, from the house of the servants, as in the midst of the fire, the Lord hath brought you out of this place, and he hath not eaten leaven. For let them go out in the new days of the Father. 5 And it shall come to pass, as the Lord thy God unto the land of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, the fire, that we shall swear unto thy father, that thou shalt give thee a land of milk and honey, and thou shalt serve the servant of this man in the land of the Zoph. 6 7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread, and on the 7th day there shall be a feast unto the Lord. 7 Thou shalt eat the commandment of the 7 days, and thou shalt not fear thy leaven, and thou shalt fear thee, and thou shalt fear thee, and thou shalt be in all thy borders. 8 And thou shalt tell thy son in the day of the Lord, saying, In the day that the Lord hath done unto me, when I came out of Egypt. 9 And it shall be unto thee that there shall be no remembrance in thy hand, and a remembrance in thy eyes, for the law of the Lord shall be in thy mouth, as the Lord hath brought thee out of Egypt. 10 And thou shalt keep this statute for the appointed time of the days of the day. 11 And it shall come to pass, as the Lord thy God unto the land of the Canaanites, as a fire, that he shall swear unto thee, and to thy fathers, and give it unto thee. 12 And thou shalt transmit all the beasts of mercy unto the Lord, and all the beasts that dwell in the fire shall be unto thee, the males unto the Lord. 13 And all the clay shall be redeemed in the midst of it, and if thou shalt redeem it, and thou shalt redeem it, and all the firstborn of Adam shall be redeemed by thy sons. 14 And it shall come to pass, when thy son shall ask thee, from the morrow, saying, What shalt thou say unto him? Thou shalt say unto him, Thou shalt bring us out of Egypt, out of the house of servants. 15 And it came to pass, that Pharaoh sent us away, and the Lord swept away all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Adam to the firstborn of the beasts. Therefore I sacrificed unto the Lord all the firstborn of the males, and all the firstborn of the sons of Ephedah. 16 And it shall be a sign upon the wicked, and a drop in the sight of thy eyes, as the Lord brought us out of Egypt. 17 And it came to pass, when Pharaoh sent the people together, that they did not rest in the land of the Philistines, as they were in the midst of the earth, and that they were in the midst of the sea. 18 And these gods brought the people of the desert to the sea, and 5 upon him, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt. 19 And Moses took up the strength of Joseph with him, for he hath brought up the children of Israel, saying, God hath given you, and you shall bring up my strength from this with you. 20 And they journeyed from Mascath, and encamped them at the edge of the desert. 21 And the Lord went before her day in the midst of a cloud, and in the midst of the clouds, to their resting place, and to sleep in the midst of the cloud, to illuminate them day by day and night. 22 To the people of the cloud day by day, and to the people of the cloud before the people. 1 Yhba YHWA with circumflex. One And the Lord spake unto Moses, unto Ammar. 2 Speak unto the children of Israel, and they shall return, and encamp before me, at the mouth of the Hirath, in the midst of Magdalene, and in the midst of them, and they were before me, on the north side, they were present, and encamped upon them. 3 And Pharaoh said unto the children of Israel, that they wept in the land, and shut them up against the wilderness. And I strengthened Pharaoh's heart, and pursued after them, and honored her with Pharaoh, and with all his troops, and the Egyptians knew him, as I am the Lord, and they did as they were. 5 And he told the king of Egypt, as the people are in the midst of the people, and the heart of Pharaoh and his servants shall be turned to the people, and they shall say, 3 What have we done, as we have made Israel our servant? 6 And he bound his chariot, and his people, to take him with him. 7 And he took 622 men in and all 22 of Egyptians, and 3 of them over all of them. 8 And the Lord kept Pharaoh out of Egypt, and pursued after the children of Israel, and the children of Israel went out in Ramah. 9 And the Egyptians pursued after them, and they overtook them, for they were all horses, and Pharaoh's horses, and his horsemen, and his troops, according to the hill before me, on the north. 10 And Pharaoh brought near, And the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, Egypt, he went after them, and they feared him greatly, and the children of Israel cried out unto the Lord. 11 And they said unto Moses, There are no tombs in Egypt, that thou hast taken us to die in the wilderness, that thou hast done this for us, that thou hast brought us out of Egypt. 12 Shall we not speak unto thee in the Egyptians, to say, Thou shalt not cease to be a servant of us, and thou shalt serve the Egyptians, as we have said unto us, Thou shalt serve the Egyptians from our dead in the wilderness. 13 And Moses said unto the people, Fear not, stand still, and see the Lord's salvation, which he hath done unto all of them, as a fire, thou hast seen them in Egypt, and thou shalt see them forever. 14 The Lord shall fight against all of them, and thou shalt be silent. 15 And the Lord said unto Moses, Thou shalt cry unto the children of Israel, and they shall go. 16 And thou shalt put thy hand upon the mountain, and thou shalt stretch forth thy hand upon them, and split it, and the sons of Israel the daughter of thy daughter shall come upon the dry land. 17 And I will strengthen the Egyptians, and they will come after them, and I will honor Pharaoh, and all his troops, with his chariots, and with his horsemen. 18 And the Egyptians knew that I was the Lord, in the heaviness of Pharaoh, and in his chariots, and in his horsemen. 19 And the whole of thy gods, which walketh before the camp of Israel, departed, and departed after them, and departed with the cloud before them, and stood after them. 20 And he came in the camp of Egypt, and between the camp of Israel, and there was a cloud and darkness, and he illuminated the night, and there was no darkness. 21 And Moses laid his hand upon the sea, and the Lord went through the sea in the midst of the great valley of Gaza, and all the hills, and put them to the sword, and the waters were split open. 22 And the sons of Israel came to you, and they were on dry land, and the waters were upon them, on their right hand and on their left. 23 And the Egyptians pursued him, and came after them, as Pharaoh's horse charioted, and his horsemen came unto thee. 24 And it came to pass in the early morning, that the Lord came to the camp of Egypt, in the midst of the people, and in the midst of the clouds, and they were the camp of Egypt. 25 And he took away his chariots, and led him with heaviness, and he said, The Egyptians are Angusa from before Israel, as the Lord has fought against them against the Egyptians. 26 And the Lord said unto Moses, Stretch out thy hand upon them, and the waters shall dwell upon Egypt, upon his chariot, and upon his horsemen. 27 And Moses laid his hand upon them, and sat down before them, and did not give him any gifts, and the Egyptians fled to meet him, and the Lord shook the Egyptians, the daughter of thee. 28 And the waters returned, and covered the mountain, and the horsemen, for all the army of Pharaoh that came after her, that he might dwell with them until the end of the day. 29 And the children of Israel walked in the dry land of the daughters of you, and the waters were their own on their right hand and on their left. 30 And the Lord saved Israel on the day of the Egyptians, and Israel saw the Egyptians from the land of Egypt. 31 And Israel saw the great fire, which the Lord had made in Egypt, and the people feared the Lord, and they believed in the Lord, and Moses his servant. And Moses, and the sons of Israel, sang this song unto the Lord, and said unto him, Unto the Lord, thou shalt be proud, and his chariot shall be exalted among them. 2 Goat, and the singing of the Lord unto Jesus, and we are the God of my father, and I am the God of my father. 3 The Lord is the Lord of war. For Pharaoh's chariot, and his troops, shot at them, and the 3 of them drowned in the sea. 5 They shall be astonished, and they shall descend into the depths like a stone. 6 The Lord thy right hand shall be in thy right hand, the Lord thy hand shall be thy enemy. 7 And thou shalt be proud of thy pride, and thou shalt send forth thy sword, and they shall eat it like straw. 8 And in the midst of thy nose, thou shalt heap them up of the waters, and they shall stand as if they were flowing, and thou shalt be astonished in the heart of the sea. 9 Say, O my enemy, I will burn the fire, and I will fill my soul with my sword. 10 Thou shalt breathe in thy spirit, as thy soul shall plunge as a fly in mighty seas. 11 How much shalt thou smite the Lord in the silence of the Lord, and thou smite me with the smite of the Lord, and thou smite with the glory of the Lord? 12 Thou shalt swallow up thy right hand. 13 Thou hast rested in thy mercy with thy people, and thou hast redeemed thy might, unto thy holy man. 14 Let the nations be angry, and the people shall be angry. 15 And they were frightened, that all the inhabitants dwelt in Canaan. 16 Thou shalt fall upon them, thy mother shall fall upon them, and thy arm shall be afraid, and thou shalt bleed as a son unto thee, the Lord shall pass over thy people. 17 Thou shalt come, and cultivate in the midst of thy inheritance, from the place where thou shalt dwell, the work of the Lord, the temple of the Lord, and thy hand shall be established. 18 The Lord shall reign for ever and ever. 19 And Pharaoh came in his chariot, and in his horsemen, and the Lord returned upon them, and brought them up, and the children of Israel went on dry land, the daughter of thy daughter. 20 And Mary the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took the staff in her hand, and went out like all the women after her, in the thighs, and in the sickness. 21 And she answered them, Miriam, who had shot unto the Lord, as he was proud, and his chariot was high among them. 22 And Moses drove Israel through the waters of Suffolk, and they went out into the wilderness of Shir, and went for 6 days in the wilderness, and did not come out of the sea. 23 And they came to Martha, and they were able to drink of the waters of Marah, as Mary was upon them. 24 And the people cried out to Moses, saying, What shall you drink? 25 And he prayed unto the Lord, and the Lord made him a tree, and cast him into the waters, and sweetened the waters, which he had given to him, and the judgment, and they tried him. 26 And he said, If thou wilt hearken unto the word of the Lord thy God, and be in his sight, thou shalt do, and shalt heed his commandments, and keep all his statutes, as all his statutes, which I have set in the straits, and fire not upon thee, as I have healed thee. 27 And they came to a mute, and they encamped on the waters, and 7 dates. And they journeyed from Elim, and all the congregations of the children of Israel came unto the wilderness of Sin, the fire of fire between the ram and the ram of Sinai, in the 5th day of the 10th day of the 2nd day, when they came out of the land of Egypt. 2 And all the children of Israel slept together, and all the children of Israel slept against Moses, and against Aaron, in the wilderness. 3 And these are the sons of Israel, saying, We shall die by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, on our Sabbath, upon the pot of meat, and we shall eat it for the sake of the heat, as if they had brought us out into the wilderness, to smite all the congregation with famine. And the Lord said unto Moses, Behold, I am from the earth unto all of them, and the people shall come out of heaven, and the people shall come out, and gather the word of the day in his day, for I have raped thee according to the law of the mother. 5 And it came to pass on the 6th day, that they were ready to come, and it was a day by fire. 6 And Moses and Aaron said, All the sons of Israel are Rav, and I know them, as the Lord hath brought you out of the land of Egypt. 7 And in the morning, when ye saw the glory of the Lord, when he heard thy complaint against the Lord, and we complained of him, as they complained against us. 8 And Moses, the daughter of the Lord, said unto them, unto the great man, to eat in the morning, to be satisfied, when the Lord heareth, I have complained unto thee, as I have complained unto thee, and we have not complained unto thee, as I have complained unto the Lord. 9 And Moses said unto Aaron, mother of all the congregation of the sons of Israel, Come near unto the Lord, as I have heard, I have complained unto thee. 10 And it came to pass, as Aaron spoke to all the congregation of the children of Israel, that he turned to the wilderness, and, behold, the Lord was seen in the clouds. 11 And the Lord spake unto Moses, unto Immortal. 12 I have heard the complaint of the children of Israel, saying, In the evenings, you shall eat of it in the morning, and you shall swear to the heat, and I will know them as I am the Lord your God. 13 And it came to pass, in the wilderness, and upon the quail, and covered the camp, and in the morning the dew lay round and round the camp. 14 And he shall lie upon the bed of the dew, and behold, upon the face of the wilderness, as a heap upon the earth. 15 And the sons of Israel saw him, and said unto him, a man said unto his brethren, who hath known him as he was, and Moses said, These are the fires, the Lord hath given them all to eat. 16 The word of fire is the commandment of the Lord, that he hath gathered of it, that any man shall eat of it, and that he shall eat it, and that he shall make a fire in his tent. 17 And they did as the children of Israel did, and gathered the multitude and the multitude. 18 And they were in Immortal, and they preferred the multitude, and the least of them, to the poor, to the one who eateth them, to eat them. 19 And Moses said, These are these, but there is no one who is not from us until the morning. 20 And they did not listen to Moses, and let the men of us go to the morning, and raise up worms, and come in, and pluck out their leaves. 21 And he gathered with him in the morning, and in the morning, and in the morning, he ate it, and the sun and the nemesis. 22 And it came to pass on the 6th day, that all the princes of the congregation came to him, and told him to Moses. 23 And he said, These are the fires of the Lord, the Sabbath of the Lord, and the fire of the Lord, that thou shalt cook the fire of the first day, and that all the people of the house shall be brought unto all of them, for the watchful eye unto the morning. 24 And they sat with him until the morning, as the fire commanded Moses, and the one who came in, and the one who came in, and the deceit was not in him. 25 And Moses said, Eat of him, and thou shalt find him in the field. 26 6 days shalt thou gather him, and on the 7th day shalt be in the 7 days. 27 And it came to pass on the 7th day, that they went out of the people to gather, and to find them. 28 And the Lord said unto Moses, Unto my commandments, to keep my commandments and my law. 29 Behold, as the Lord hath given unto them the Sabbath, according to the Lord, he hath given unto them on the 6th day, for the warmth of the days in which there is no man in his place, and no man shall go out of his place on the 7th day. 30 And the people sat down on the 7th day. 31 And he called his name in the house of Israel, and it was like a stubble in the heart, and he tasted like a squirrel in the honey. 32 And Moses said, The word is fire, the Lord has commanded you, from us to watch over your dwellings, for they shall see the fire that I have fed you in the wilderness, when I brought you out of the land of Egypt. 33 And Moses the son of Aaron said, 108 Take a jar of a sister, and give her a piece of the land of the Emmer, and set it before the Lord, to keep it for your generations. 34 When the Lord commanded Moses, Aaron laid him before the witness for keeping. 35 And the children of Israel ate the manna for 4 years, until they came to the land, and they ate the manna, until they came to the end of the land of Canaan. 36 And the tenths of the ephah are the eighths. 1 And all the congregations of the children of Israel journeyed out of the wilderness of Sinai to their journeys according to the Lord, and encamped in Rephidim, and in the waters to drink the people. 2 And the people quarreled with Moses, and said, Give us some water, and drink. And Moses said unto them, What is the matter with the Lord? 3 And when the people were thirsty, they wept against Moses, and said unto him, Why hast thou brought us up out of Egypt, to kill me, and my sons, and my cattle in thirst? 4 And Moses cried out to the Lord, saying, I will make this people, and I will make a fool of them. 5 And the Lord said unto Moses, Pass over before the people, and take thee from the old man of Israel, and thy staff of fire, and thou shalt go in thy hand. 6 Behold, I will stand before thee, upon the rock with the sword, and with the sword in the sword, and they shall come out of us, out of the sea, and the people shall drink, and Moses shall do so in the sight of the elders of Israel. 7 And he called Shem, who was the place of Massa, and Meribah, against the children of Israel, and upon their fate, unto the Lord, saying, The Lord is in our midst. 8 And Amalek came, and fought against Israel at Rephidim. 9 And Moses said unto Joshua, Choose men for us, and go out of the bread of Amalek, for I stand upon the fire of the hill, and the rod of the gods is in my hand. 10 And Joshua made it as a fire, and Moses said to him, To fight against Amalek, and Moses, Aaron, and Hur upon him, the fire of the hill. 11 And it shall come to pass as the fire of the fire, and the mighty man of Israel, and as the fire of his hand, and the mighty man of Amalek. 12 And the hands of Moses were heavy, and they took a son, and put him in his place, and he sat upon it, and Aaron and Cheah smote him with his hands, one of them, and the other, and his hands were trustworthy until the first day. 13 And Joshua smote Amalek, and his people, by the mouth of the sword. 14 And the Lord said unto Moses, Thou hast written unto Moses, Thou shalt remember in the sphere, and put them in the ears of Joshua, as thou hast blotted out the memory of Amalek from the wrath of heaven. 15 And Moses built an altar, and called out the name of the Lord, a miracle. 16 And he said, Fight unto Jehovah against the labor of the Lord. 1 And Jethro was made a priest of Midian, the son-in-law of Moses, all the fires that God had made for Moses, and for Israel his people, as the Lord had brought Israel out of Egypt. 2 And Jethro, the son-in-law of Moses, took Zipporah, the son of Moses, the messenger of Moses. 3 And when I was the son of the sons of the fire, the name of the one of them was the same, as I said, I was in a foreign land. 4 And the brother Eleazar was like my father's goddess, and he saved me from the sword of Pharaoh. 5 And Jethro, the son-in-law of Moses, and his sons, and his wife, came to Moses, to the desert, which was the mountain of God. 6 And he said unto Moses, I am thy son-in-law, Jethro, and thy wife, and the sons of her people. 7 And Moses went out to meet his son-in-law, and drank him, and kissed him, and asked him of his neighbor for Salom, and they came to the tent. 8 And Moses gave to his son-in-law all the fire that the Lord had made for Pharaoh and for the Egyptians, and for the people of Israel, and for all the fires that the Lord had made in thy hand, and the Lord saved them. 9 And Jethro was united for all the good which the Lord had done for Israel, and he delivered him from the hand of Egypt. 10 And Jethro said unto you, The Lord hath delivered you from the hand of Egypt, and Pharaoh hath delivered the people from the hand of Egypt. 11 Now I have given my hand to the Lord of all gods, as I have done in the word of fire, and they have come upon them. 12 And Jethro, the son-in-law of Moses, took upon herself, and sacrifices to the gods, and Aaron, and all the old men of Israel, came to eat with the son-in-law of Moses before the gods. 13 And it came to pass on the morrow, that Moses returned to judge the people, and the people stood against Moses from the morning until the morning. 14 And Moses' son-in-law saw all that he had done unto the people, and said, From this word thou hast made fire unto the people, for thou shalt dwell alone, and all the people shall stand over thee from the morning to the multitude. 15 And Moses said unto his son-in-law, Thou shalt come unto the people, to seek God. 16 And thou shalt have a word unto them, and thou shalt judge them in the midst of a man, and in the midst of his neighbor, and I will make known the statutes of God, and his law. 17 And the son-in-law of Moses said unto him, It is not good that thou hast spoken of fire. 18 Thou shalt also rejoice in the fire of thy people, as thou hast made the fire of thy people, thou shalt not make it alone. 19 And when I heard that I had heard thee, and that the gods were thy people, thou hast been with thee, and thou hast brought the words unto the gods. 20 And thou shalt warn thee the statutes, and the law, and thou shalt make known unto them, that they may walk in it, and that they shall do the work of fire. 21 And thou shalt see from all the people men of valor, who fear these men of the mother, who hate me, and thou shalt put upon them princes of thousands, princes of 5, and princes of 10. 22 And he shall judge the people at all times, and all the great bees shall come unto thee, and all the little bees shall judge them, and all the little ones shall be judged, and the lighter than thee, and shall bear thee. 23 Thou shalt do this word, and do the commandment of God, and thou shalt eat of the people, and all the people of this world shall come to their place. 24 And Moses listened to his son-in-law, and made all the fires of the mother-in-law. 25 And Moses chose men of valor from all Israel, and set them heads over the people, princes of thousands, princes of 100, princes of 5, and princes of 10. 26 And he shall judge the people in all things, and he shall bring them to Moses, and all the little bees shall judge him. 27 And Moses sent his son-in-law, and went to him into his own land. On the third day I went out to the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, on the day of the third day, in the wilderness of Sinai. 2 And they journeyed from Rephidim, and came out of the wilderness of Sinai, and encamped in the wilderness, and encamped in the wilderness. 3 And Moses went up to the gods, and called unto him, the Lord, from the hill, saying, Thou shalt say unto the heart of Jacob, and tell unto the children of Israel. For thou hast seen thee, and I have made fire for the Egyptians, and I have set you on the wings of eagles, and I will bring you unto me. 5 And now, if thou wilt hearken unto me, and keep my covenant, and ye shall be my chief of all nations, for all the earth is mine. 6 And you shall be unto me, of the kingdom of the priests, and of the holy Jew, the God of the words, and the fire shall speak unto the children of Israel. 7 And Moses came, and called unto the elders of the people, and set before them all things, the fire of the Lord. 8 And all the people answered together, and said unto them, all that the word of the Lord hath done, and Moses returned the word of the people unto the Lord. 9 And the Lord said unto Moses, Behold, I will come unto thee in the midst of the cloud, and the people shall hear the words of thy people, and also in thee shall speak unto them, and Moses shall speak the words of the people unto the Lord. 10 And the Lord said unto Moses, Unto thee unto the people, and thou shalt sanctify them, and thou shalt wash their garments. 11 And they shall be ready for me on the third day, as they are on the day of the third day, the Lord shall go before the sight of all the people upon Mount Sinai. 12 And thou shalt confine the people round about, for thou shalt say, Beware of all that is in the mountain, and that all that is afflicted in the mountain is at the end of the day. 13 Thou shalt not touch it, but thou shalt not touch it, whether it is a beast, or a man, whether it is a beast, or a man, that it shall live in the length of the year. 14 And Moses came down from the mountain unto the people, and sanctified the people, and washed their garments. 15 And he said unto the people, Be ye ready for 3 days, lest ye come unto the fire. 16 And it came to pass on the third day, in the morning of the morning, that there was lightning, and a heavy cloud upon the mountain, and a heavy cloud upon the mountain, and all the people were furious, and all the people were filled with fire. 17 And Moses brought the people out of the camp to meet the gods, and set them at the bottom of the mountain. 18 And the mountain of Sinai made all the smoke before the fire, and the Lord came upon him with fire, and he smoked it like the smoke of a lamb, and all the mountain was filled with smoke. 19 And it came to pass, 3 And it came to pass, that the shofar was gone, and that the shofar was gone, and that the gods would answer him with a word. 20 And the Lord went down upon Mount Sinai to the fire of the mountain, and the Lord called Moses to the fire of the mountain. 21 And the Lord said unto Moses, Let him destroy him, and see him, and he shall fall from him. 22 And the priests that approach unto the Lord shall be sanctified, lest the Lord bless them. 23 And Moses said unto the Lord, Shall not the people go up to Mount Sinai, as thou hast made a witness in our son, saying, Turn up the mountain, and sanctify it? 24 And the Lord said unto him, Go up, and thou shalt go up, and Aaron thy people, and the priests, and the people, and destroy them, that they may go up to the Lord, lest he break into them. 25 And Moses went down unto the people, and said, These are them. And God spake unto all the words of the Lord. 2 The Lord thy God hath brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of servants. 3 For there shall be thee one, these are the others before me too. For thou shalt make a fire in the name of the heavens, and a fire in the heavens, and a fire in the earth, and a fire in the seas, and a fire in the seas. 5 Thou shalt worship unto them, and thou shalt serve them, as the Lord thy God hath commanded, and thou shalt worship them, and thou shalt worship them, and thou shalt serve them, and thou shalt worship them. 6 And he hath made 1,000 to love me, and to keep my commandments. 7 Thou shalt lift up the name of the Lord thy God in vain, and thou shalt cleanse the Lord thy name. 8 Remembrance of the day of restoration 2. 9 Thou shalt serve the 6 days of the sea, and thou shalt do all thy work. 10 And it came to pass, the 7th day, that thou shalt be unto the Lord, thy goddess, that all the angels shall make thee, and thy son, and thy son, and thy daughter, thy servant 3, and thy mother 3, and thy beast, and thy dwelling place, a fire at thy gates. 11 For the 6 days the Lord made the heavens, and the earth, the sea, and all that was in them, and rested on the 7th day, according to the blessing of the Lord, the day of the Sabbath, and sanctified him. 12 Thy father and thy mother shall be long thy days upon the earth, which the Lord thy God hath given thee. 13:31 Thou shalt 28. 14:31 Tanith. 15:31 Thou shalt protect. 16 Thou shalt afflict thy neighbor for a lie. 17 Thou shalt be covetous of thy neighbor, and thy neighbor's servant, and his maidservant, and his ox, and his ass, and all the fire of thy neighbor. 18 And all the people saw the sound, and the torch, and the coffin, and the smoke, and the people saw it, and they moved, and stood up from the distance. 19 And they said unto Moses, Speak unto us, and breathe, and speak unto us, these are the monks. 20 And Moses said unto the people, Thou shalt not be afraid, as thy heart is forbidden, that thou shalt try thee in the sight of the gods, and thou shalt fear him be in thy faces, lest thou shalt sin. 21 And the people came to a distance, and Moses went to the Araphel, whom the gods had named. 22 And the Lord said unto Moses, Thou shalt say unto the children of Israel, Thou hast seen them as I have spoken unto thee. 23 Thou shalt make my God as a threshold, and thou shalt make gods of gold. 24 Thou shalt make me an altar of earth, and thou shalt sacrifice upon it thy burnt offering, and thy peace, and thy flock, and thy cattle in every place. I will remember the name of my father unto thee, and thy blessing. 25 And if thou makest an altar of stones, thou shalt make them for me, thou shalt make them as the sword of thine sword, and thou shalt profane it. 26 And thou shalt go up in the altar, and thou shalt go up to the altar of fire, that thou shalt reveal thy nakedness upon him. 1 Wyaba, LHMKA with Macron El Hadrim 8. One And the God of judgment shall set fire before them. 2 Thou shalt make a covenant with a Hebrew servant, 6 years, and on the 7th day he shall go out in search of free. 3 If he come out alone, if he goes out with his wife, and his wife goes out with him. For if his Lord give him fire, and give birth to him, the sons of the fire, and the children thereof, shall be his masters, and he shall go forth by himself. 5 And if the mother shall say, Servant, O my daughter, my lord, my wife, and my son, I will go free. 6 And his master brought him unto the gods, and brought him unto the door, and brought him unto the doorpost, and his master struck his ear with a hammer, and served him unto the world. 7 And when a man selleth his daughter unto her mother, thou shalt go forth as the servants of the servants. 8 If it be evil in the sight of the Lord, who hath not intended for it, and redeemeth it to a foreign people, he shall not be able to sell it in his garment. 9 And if his son shall make her according to the judgment of the daughters, he shall do unto her. 10 If a sister hath left her covering, and answered her to a stranger. 11 And if he hath done unto him, he shall do unto him, and he shall go forth freely. 12 A man shall be smitten, and a man shall die every day. 13 And I will put thee in the midst of the fire, and the gods, and I will put thee out of the fire. 14 And when a man is against his neighbor to kill him by deceit, from the people of the altar, thou shalt take him for the sake of the altar. 15 And he smote his father and his mother day by day. 16 And he shall steal a man, and sell him, and find it in his hand, from the day to day. 17 And his father and his mother shall bear the sin of the day. 18 And when a man smote his neighbor with a hammer, he shall smite a man with a handkerchief, and a man shall smite his neighbor with a handkerchief, and he shall fall into a drunkenness. 19 If thou wilt rise up, and walk in the thorn on his back, and cleanse the plague, thou shalt sit down and heal him. 20 And when he smote his servant, he shall strike his maidservant in the tribe, and he shall take revenge on them. 21 Thou shalt stand in the days of the day, and thou shalt rise up, according to his money. 22 And when the men were swept away, and the fire was extinguished, and the children thereof went out, and it was as a fire that was upon him, and he put them in prayers. 23 And it shall come to pass, and thou shalt give it to thee. 24 Thou shalt not see thy eye, and thou. 25 Wounded. 26 And when he hath the eye of his servant, he hath sent him away with the eye of his truth, and he hath sent us away in search of him. 27 And if he be his servant, he shall be his servant, and he shall be sent away. 28 And he shall eat his flesh, and he shall eat his flesh, and he shall clean it upon the ox. 29 And the ox shall be struck by the ox, and he shall be struck by the ox, and the ox shall be slain, and his owner shall be stoned. 30 If he hath made atonement for him, and hath redeemed his soul, as he hath done unto him. 31 O the Son of God or the Son of God, according to the judgment of the Lord. 32 If the ox be a slave, he shall give 3 shekels to his master, and the ox shall be stoned. 33 And when there is a man in the pit, he shall cover him, and he shall not be able to do so. 34 For the pit he shall pay as a threshold to his owners, and the dead shall be his own. 35 And when he hath made his fellow's ox, and died, and sold the living ox, and divided his money, and gathered the dead in half. 36 And he shall be struck by an ox, and he shall guard us, and his owner shall pay them for the ox, and he shall be the one who dies. 37 20 Whosoever shall steal an ox, and slaughter him, shall sell him 5 for a day, and he shall pay the oxen 4 for the ox. 1 W le hamapim ta with macron bap y im bal thigh with circumflex who wy with macron. One If the thief be found in the stump, and the smitten, and the dead of the dead, he shall have blood. 2 If the sun shines upon him, he shall pay them, if he is to be sold, and he shall be sold for his theft. 3 Thou shalt find in the hand of the thief, from ox to donkey, until he is alive, and he shall pay them. For 20 A man shall burn a field, or a vineyard, and send a fire in his city, and a fire in another field, and he shall burn in his field, and he shall make up for it. 5 And thou shalt go forth a day, and thou shalt find the ends of it, and thou shalt eat it, and it shall be eaten by the fire, and the field shall be filled with the burning. 6 For a man shall give unto his fellow, as a threshold of a vessel for keeping, and a thief shall make 2 of them, if he shall find it, the thief shall pay them 2. 7 If the thief findeth and penetrates into the house of the gods, if he shall take his hand in the circumcision of his fellow. 8 For every word that is evil, for an ox, for a donkey, for a sword, for a fire is destroyed, it shall be said, for the second word of the fire shall condemn them, God shall pay them 2 times to his neighbor. 9 When a man shall give to his neighbor a donkey, or an ox, or any beast, to be saved, and to die, or to be broken, or to be taken captive. 10 The 7 days of the Lord shall be in the second day, if he shall take his hand in the circumcision of his neighbor, and he shall take his husband's hand, and he shall pay them. 11 And if a thief steal from his people, he shall pay them to his owners. 12 If a prey be devoured, he shall bring it to the devourer, and he shall pay them. 13 And when a man asketh of his fellow's people, and he shall be broken, or his husband shall die, his people shall not repay them. 14 If his husband be with him, he shall pay them, if he is hired, he shall pay them according to his wages. 15 And when a virgin is a virgin, there is no fire, and he who lies with her, he hasteneth to the fire. 16 If her father refuse to give him as a threshold, he shall weigh as fast as a virgin. 17 A which shall live. 18 Every one that lies with a beast, from day to day. 19 Sacrifice unto the gods shall be forbidden to the Lord alone. 20 And thou shalt not trouble us, as strangers were in the land of Egypt. 21 Every widow shall be punished. 22 If thou wilt afflict him, as if he cried out, I would hear his cry. 23 And I will slay you with the sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your sons will be orphans. 24 If thou shalt hang thy people, the poor of thy people, thou shalt not be unto him as a wife, and thou shalt put a burden upon him. 25 If thou wilt take thy neighbor's peace unto thee, thou shalt restore us to him. 26 The garment shall be clothed with his garment, and his garment shall be clothed with his hair, and he shall lie down, and it shall be as he shall cry unto me, and thou shalt hearken unto me. 27 Thou shalt curse thy people, and thou shalt curse thy people. 28 Thy fullness, and thy tears, thou shalt give unto me, the firstborn of thy sons. 29 When thou shalt do thy flock for thy sheep 7 days, thou shalt be with his mother on the 8th day, and thou shalt give unto me. 30 And the men of the holy shall be unto me, and the flesh shall be unto me, and the flesh shall be in the field, and thou shalt eat it to the dog, and thou shalt cast it down. (131) 561 Hear, that thou shalt not give thy hand to the wicked people, that thou shalt not be with the wicked. 2 Thou shalt not be after the great for evil, and thou shalt not be angry with the multitude, and thou shalt not be angry with the multitude. 3 And he shall be glorified in his quarrel. For thou shalt smite the ox of thy enemy, and thou shalt bring us back unto him. 5 Thou shalt see a donkey, that thou shalt hate thee, and thou shalt forsake his burden, and thou shalt forsake him. 6 Thou shalt not judge thy father in his quarrel. 7 Thou shalt keep away from a false word, and thou shalt be clean, and the righteous shall not be put to death, as I will not find the wicked. 8 And thou shalt take a bribe, as thou shalt take the bribe, and thou shalt pervert the words of the righteous. 9 And you shall know that you are a stranger, as you were strangers in the land of Egypt. 10 And in 6 years thou shalt sow thy land, and gather its crops. 11 And thou shalt be satisfied, and thou shalt forsake it, and thou shalt eat it, and thou shalt eat of the beasts of the field, as thou hast done for thy vineyard thy olives. 12 6 days thou shalt do thy work, and on the 7th day thou shalt sit down to the marron, and thy flesh and thy donkey, and thy maiden son shall be spared. 13 And in all that I have spoken unto thee, ye shall keep, and thou shalt remember these other things, that they may be heard by thy mouth. 14 6 feet in a year. 15 Thou shalt keep the 8 commandments 7 days, and thou shalt eat of the unleavened bread, as a fire, I have commanded thee at the appointed time, for thou hast come out of the straits, and thou shalt not fear my face empty. 16 And the harvest of the firstborn of thy work shall be a fire that thou shalt sow in the field, and the harvest shall be gathered in the midst of the year, when thou hast gathered thy work out of the field. 17 6 times in a year all thy mind shall see the Lord. 18 For the blood of the sacrifice shall be sacrificed, and the blood of the sacrifice shall be made unto the day. 19 Thou shalt bring the firstborn of thy land into the house of the Lord thy God, that thou shalt cook a goat in the milk of its mother. 20 Behold, I have sent an angel before thee, to guard thee in thy heart, and to bring thee to the dungeon, the fire I have prepared. 21 Take heed from his face, and listen to him, and do not hesitate to do so, as he is in his midst. 22 If thou shalt hearken unto him, and thou shalt do all kinds of fire, I will turn thy enemies away, and I will trouble thy enemies. 23 My angels are before thee, and thou hast brought thee unto the Amorites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Canaanites, the Huts, and the Jebusites, and the destruction thereof. 24 Thou shalt worship thy God, and thou shalt serve them, and thou shalt do as thou hast done them, as thou hast destroyed them, and thou shalt break down their tombstones. 25 And thou shalt serve them, the Lord unto thee, and thou shalt bless thy bread, and thy water, and thou shalt take away sickness from thee. 26 Thou shalt be wise and barren in thy land, and thou shalt be barren in thy land. 27 Thou shalt send forth before thee, and thou shalt put forth all the people, and thou shalt bring forth fire against them, and thou shalt give all thy enemies unto thee. 28 And thou shalt send the wasp before thee, and drive out the chewit, the Canaanite, and the Hittite before thee. 29 I will drive us out from before thee, in the year of thy sister, lest the land be desolate, and multiply upon thee the life of the field. 30 I will drive us out from before thee, because of a fire that has sown up, and thou hast inherited the earth. 31 And thou shalt drink thy border, the waters of the end, and the Philistines, and from the wilderness unto the river, as thou shalt put them in thy hand, thou shalt dwell in the land, and drive it out from before thee. 32 Thou shalt not cut off 3 neither to them nor to God. 33 Let them dwell in thy land, lest they sin against thee, that thou shalt serve them, as thou shalt be thee. And Moses said unto Jehovah, Thou shalt bow down unto the Lord, and Aaron 52, and her father, and 7 of the elders of Israel, and thou shalt bow down to them. 2 And Moses alone approached the Lord, and the people went up to him. 3 And Moses came, and spake unto the people, all the words of the Lord, and all the judgments, and all the people answered one word, and said, All the words, which the word of the Lord hath done. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord, and laid them down in the early morning, and built an altar on the hill, and made 16 tables for the 10 tribes of Israel. 5 And he sent forth the sons of Israel, and brought them up to the place, and offered whole sacrifices unto the Lord. 6 And Moses took half of the blood, and put them in the basin, and threw the half of the blood upon the altar. 7 And he took the serpent of the bar, and read it in the ears of the people, and said unto them, As the word of the Lord hath been done and heard. 8 And Moses took the blood, and sprinkled it upon the people, and said, Behold, the blood of the covenant is the fire of the Lord's covenant upon you, over all the words of God. 9 And Moses, and Aaron, Nadab, and her father, and 70 of the elders of Israel. 10 And he saw the God of Israel, and the soles of his feet, as the work of the building of the sapphire, and the strength of the heavens to purify. 11 And to the noble sons of Israel he stretched out his hand, and saw the gods, and ate it, and drank it. 12 And the Lord said unto Moses, Unto the Lord, and it shall be, and I will give thee the son's tablet, and the law, and the commandment, that I have written to instruct them. 13 And Moses arose, and Joshua his servant, and went up to the mountain of God. 14 And he said unto the elders, Come unto us, and despise us, for we shall return unto thee, and behold, Aaron and Hur are with them, who shall speak these things. 15 And Moses went up to the mountain, and the cloud covered the mountain. 16 And the glory of the Lord dwelt upon Mount Sinai, and the cloud covered him, which lasted 6 days, and called him to Moses on the 7th day, when the cloud died. 17 And the glory of the Lord shall appear, as thou hast eaten the fire of the mountain before the sight of the children of Israel. 18 And Moses, the daughter of the cloud, came to the mountain, for days and 40 nights. And the Lord spake unto Moses, unto Immortal, to speak unto the children of Israel, and they shall take unto me a portion of every man's fire, and he shall take my offering. 3 And this is the offering of fire, and thou shalt take from them the gold, and the silver, and the rest. 4 And the blue, and the purple, and the scarlet, and the goats, 5 And the ram of the rams of the reds, and the awakening of the Dachshunds, and the trees of the shittim. 6 The oil for the anointing in the heavens, for the anointing oil, and the gathering of the cymbals. 7 They are stones, and they are full of stones, and they are full of stones, and they are full of stones. 8 And you shall make me a temple, and I shall dwell among them. 9 As all the fire, I will show thee, the mold of the tabernacle, and thou shalt make all the vessels thereof, and thou shalt make them. 10 And thou shalt make an ark of the wood of the sheaf, and the breadth of it, and the breadth of it, and the half of it. 11 And thou shalt overlook him, pure gold, and thou shalt look upon him, and thou shalt make upon him a great gold of gold. 12 And he cast 4 rings of gold, and gave them upon the 4 rings of his hand, and 2 rings upon the side of his sister, and 2 rings upon the side of the ring. 13 And thou shalt make cloth of wood, and thou shalt coat them. 14 And thou shalt bring 3 the poles in a ring, upon the side of the ark, to put the ark in them. 15 In the ring of the ark the poles shall be the poles, and they shall be removed from us. 16 And thou shalt give unto thee the testimony of the fire. 17 And thou shalt make the garment of gold, pure, and thou shalt make the breadth of breadth, and the breadth of the breadth. 18 And thou shalt make them as multiplied, and thou shalt make them from the 2 ends of the hand. 19 And thou shalt make a cherub on the other, and a cherub on the other, and a cherub on the other, and you shall make the cherubim on both ends thereof. 20 And the cherubim spread their wings, with their wings on the cover, and their faces to his brethren to the capit, and the face of the cherubim shall be the face of the cherubim. 21 And thou shalt put the palm upon the ark from the top of the ark, and thou shalt give it unto thee. 22 And I will meet thee there, and I will speak unto thee, from above the camp, that thou mayest understand that the 2 cherubs are a fire upon the ark of the congregation, and that all the fires shall be brought thee unto the children of Israel. 23 And thou shalt make a table of wood of sheath, and its length is its length, and its breadth is wide, and its breadth and its half is high. 24 And thou shalt coat him pure gold, and thou shalt make him 1,000 gold. 25 And thou shalt make a garland of a garment of a round hand bread, and thou shalt make a garland of gold for the frame of it. 26 And thou shalt make unto him 4 rings of gold, and thou shalt give the ring upon the 4 of his feet. 27 The ring shall be for the daughters alone, and they shall be for the table. 28 And thou shalt make the poles of shittim wood, and thou shalt coat them of gold, and thou shalt carry with them the table. 29 And thou shalt make his bowl, and his paws, and his stakes, and his purifiers, and thou shalt make them with him, and thou shalt make them pure. 30 And thou shalt set upon the table for the warmth of the faces before the continual presence. 31 And thou shalt make a lamp of pure gold, of straw, and thou shalt make the lamp, and thou shalt make the lamp on its thigh, and thou shalt buy its cups, and its flowers shall be of it. 32 And 6 reeds went out of her side, 3 of which were of a lamp on her side, and 3 of a lamp on her side, and 3 of a lamp on her side. 33 3 cubits of almonds in the one reed, a palm and a flower, and 3 12 of almonds in the reed, and the other a palm and a flower, as for the 6 reeds that come out of the menorah. 34 And in the menorah were 4 hills, almonds, and its flowers. 35 And a button under the 2 reeds from her, and a button under the 2 reeds from her, and a button under the 2 reeds from her, and a button under the 2 reeds from her, and a button under the 2 reeds from her, for the 6 reeds that came out of the candlestick. 36 Their buttons, and their reeds of her, shall be all of the straw, of pure gold. 37 And thou shalt make her candles 70, and thou shalt bring up her candles, and she shall shine upon the other side of her. 38 And her shovels are pure gold. 39 As this is pure, thou shalt make thee, the God of all things. 40 And he saw, and made the daughter of their kindness, which thou hast seen in the house.